Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to chemistry class. Today we are going to study chapter number 2, that is elements, compounds and mixtures. This is the second video lesson of this chapter. So let's begin. Let us revise what we have studied in the previous class. In the previous class, we had already studied about what is an substance, then what are pure substances, elements, then what were the characteristics of elements, and how are elements classified on the basis of certain properties such as malleability, brittleness, ductility, conductivity, thermal conductivity, electrical conductivity, and sonority. And on the basis of these properties, metals and non-metals are classified. We also studied metalloids. Now, metalloids are the elements that show both the properties of metals and non-metals. Then, there we had also studied the method of representing the elements. For representing the elements, the chemical symbols are used. Then we have also studied some Latin names of certain elements and how these elements, Latin names, are used as symbols. So, in continuation to last class, today we are going to study what is a compound along with its important characteristics. Then we will study the formation of iron sulfide from iron and sulfur. Then what is a molecule? So let's start. A compound is a chemical substance that is formed when two or more atoms of different elements combine chemically in a fixed proportion. For example, water. Water contains only one kind of molecules, that is water molecules. Now, atoms we all know are the smallest building blocks of any element. Okay. Now, for example, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is made up of one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. We all know that the formula for carbon dioxide is CO2. This means that carbon dioxide contains one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. Okay, now the properties of compounds are always different from the properties of their constituent elements. Okay, now they have their own properties that are different from the constituent elements. The constituent elements will be for carbon dioxide like carbon and oxygen. Okay, now the constituents can be separated by certain chemical methods. Now, other examples of compounds are water, salt, sugar. These are certain other compounds that we commonly see in our day-to-day life. Let us now study the formation of iron sulfide from iron and sulfur. For this experiment, we require a glass test tube, certain iron fillings, sulfur, a weighing balance, clean glass test tubes, then test tube holder and a Bunsen burner. For the experiment, we need to weigh 3 grams of iron fillings and 3 grams of sulfur separately. Now, take a clean glass test tube and you transfer these contents carefully into it. Now, we are going to heat this mixture very carefully on the Bunsen burner and we have to note the observations. Now, the reaction between the sulfur and iron fillings takes place very quickly. Okay, and the sulfur starts melting. As soon as the sulfur starts melting, it reacts with iron and a new compound called iron sulfide is formed. Okay, now this reaction is an exothermic reaction. What is an exothermic reaction? An exothermic reaction is a reaction in which heat is evolved in, okay, energy is evolved in the form of heat. So with this heat, when it is produced, it it facilitates the vaporization of sulfur, and gradually the sulfur vapors burn with the blue colored flame. Okay, so this is how the formation of a compound known as iron sulfide takes place with the help of from iron and sulfur. What is a molecule? A molecule can be defined as the smallest particle of an element or a compound that exhibits or shows all the properties of that particular element or compound, and it can exist independently. Now, when two or more atoms of the same element or different elements combine, they form a molecule. The atoms are chemically bound to each other, or they are joined together to form molecules. They are joined together with the help of chemical bonds. Now, depending on whether a molecule is formed from the atoms of the same element or different elements, the molecules are of two types. First, the molecule of an element, and second, the molecule of an compound. First type is the molecules of an element. Now, the molecule of an element is formed when two or more atoms of the same element combines. For example, in oxygen, two atoms of the oxygen, they combine together to form an oxygen molecule. Another example is hydrogen. In hydrogen also, two atoms of hydrogen, they combine together to form a hydrogen molecule. Similarly, in nitrogen and chlorine also, the same kind of atoms or of the same element are bound together to form a molecule. Another example is the another type is when the molecule of a compound. Now in this, what happens, the two or more atoms of different elements they combined, and the ratio is also fixed. They combine together in fixed proportion. Then a molecule of a compound is formed. Like water. In water, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen together form the water molecule. Similarly, in calcium oxide, zinc chloride, carbon dioxide, these are certain examples where different kinds of atoms of different elements, they combine together to form a molecule. Now, this is all for today. I hope you understood well. With this video lesson, I'm giving a link of Google Forms to you, so where you can submit, you can ask me your doubts. What are your doubts that are based on chapter number 1 and chapter number 3. First chapter was Introduction to Chemistry, and the third chapter that we studied was States of Matter. From both these chapters, if you are having any doubt, then you can ask me. You can write the doubt over there, and you can send it to me, and then I will. We will be sharing. We will be resolving the doubts in the next video lesson. That's all for today. I hope you people are taking care of yourself. And that's all for today. Thank you.